Mike, with making a couple of big plays, obviously the one big play from Dobbs to Malone, how big was that to kind of take the top off of defense and for Josh to show that he could make that play in a game?
Well, number one, we tried it earlier, not the same, it was the same pass in that it was 3 verticals. We tried it earlier and we didn't complete it, but we backed them up, and that was one purpose, was to throw it early in the game to try to get them backed up a little bit. But to answer your question, it was, number one, very good protection up front by the O-line and an outstanding pickup by Jalen Hurd. I mean, outstanding for him to have to come off a fake and go around and get the guy on the move. And then the throw that Josh Dobbs made by stepping up in the pocket and letting that ball go at that distance and that accuracy was, in my opinion, a great play. And so, we needed that play right then because they had just scored. So we needed the momentum, we needed the points, and it was a big play.
When you look at the 28-yard touchdown run that Josh had, and then that throw he made downfield in the same game, just how special of a talent is it to a quarterback who can do both of those things in the same game?
Well, we're very fortunate, and we're happy he's on our team. And he'll get us out of trouble. And there's times where our third down percentage is good. It was very good in that game. I think we were 9 of 14 with that first group in there. But sometimes that's him too, and getting out of trouble, making plays and things like that. So I just think Josh Dobbs is doing nothing but getting better every single game. I mean, I see it in his footwork, I see it in his throws, I see it, in his decision making, all that. So, we're really happy.
It looked like he was, I don't want to say pocket presence to imply that it was not good previously, but it looked like he stepped up in the pocket more on Saturday night. Maybe had a little more patience in there. Or
yeah,
that's something y'all been talking about, working on, or
well,
just the way the game went?
We talk about him pushing the pocket all the time, but I thought that our offensive line from center and guard, and we made a point of it, Coach Mahoney made a point of it in the offensive line meeting room, that that pocket looked like a funnel, and that center had the point and the 2 guards were holding it there, and so that the tackles were holding the width of the pocket, and he was able to step up a lot in that game and make throws. And when you have that, I mean, that's big for the quarterback, and that's those guys really working hard, and that's not easy to do sometimes. So it's it was a compliment to them being able to form that pocket like that.
Regarding that line, what did you see from Crowder specifically when he ended up going in there early?
He played good. Mac is smart. He's a good football player. We're very lucky to be able to move him from center to guard, and so he played well.
How do you evaluate that component, Mike, in terms of whether to go with Mac or whether to go with Jack, and sort of what dictates that?
Well, because Jayshon, was healthy before that game. Jayshon's an excellent football player, and then Dylan Wiseman's playing really well right now, and so we felt like that was the best way to start it off. And then when you get in games, you never know what's going to happen. We try to talk it through beforehand of if this guy gets injured, what are we going to do? And if these 2 guys get injured, what are we going to do? I mean, where are we going to move guys? And so, it's something that we talk through and try to have it, kind of planned out in advance if we have to.
What do you see out of South Carolina's defense?
I coached with Coach Hoke with the Bears, and I see very similar defense to what they played when he was there. A lot of 4-man front, a lot of Tampa 2 defense. Then they'll mix it in with some cover 1. They'll occasionally bring somebody, but really working on the fundamentals, trying to be a fundamentally sound defense. And I think they are, and I think they're playing with great effort. So. It's very similar again to what they were doing there when he was there as an assistant.
Do they test your patience? Do you have to be more patient because of some of the things they do, or do you have to attack them greatly different than some other people, or is it just kind of your offense to?
Well, you never know going into it. Are we going to get man coverage, or are we going to get Tampa 2? So we try to game plan for a little bit of both and have answers for both. So once we get in the game, you always get a feel for what they're trying to do, and we'll do that as we go too, like we've been doing.
A few more questions.